You know, there's nothing I like better than fishing for chub in winter, and I don't care how cold it is. I fish in the snow, I fish in the ice, doesn't bother me because I go prepared. I'm going to give you 5 tips for winter chubbing. And number 1 might sound daft. Dress for the occasion. You need a good jacket, a thick jacket, thick trousers and insulated undergarments beneath that. That keeps your core temperature in there. You need keep your feet warm, and I have these thermal boots. They're awkward to walk in, but they keep my feet toasty. If you look on my hands here, I've got neoprene fingerless gloves. I don't have a problem with normal gloves where you can't hold anything. My fingertips are free, I can tie hooks, but it keeps my hands dry and warm. So I'm always comfortable. That leaves 2 more elements. You need either a scarf or a neck collar like this and a hat. Your head loses all your body heat. Keep your head warm, keep thinking straight, keep yourself comfortable, and you can catch them chub in winter like I do. Tip number 2 is only take with you what you need. Travel light. You want to be able to remain mobile. A lightweight chair, 1 rod, a net, a bank stick, and 1 bag with your bits and bobs and bait in. That's all you need. Winter fishing is not about sticking it out in 1 swim. You want to fish as many swims as possible. Put a little bit of bait in 3 or 4 swims. Work round them. Fish them in rotation. If you do it right, the fish are there, ready to be fed when you arrive. Tip 3. In winter, I keep my baits incredibly simple. In normal circumstances, I only carry 2. That's bread flake and cheese paste. If it's up and coloured, I will use a lobworm. If it's low and clear and very cold, I'll occasionally use steak and mince. But for 90% of the time, I need nothing more than a little bit of bread and cheese. Keep it simple. My 4th tip is rigs. I don't use complicated rigs for chub. There is absolutely no need whatsoever. On the end of my reel line, I tie a ends-on cage feeder. Of course, you need to have the right size feeder. You want just enough weight on that feeder to hold bottom. You don't want it rolling, you don't want it overweighted. You want it so that if a chub picks up your bait, it can dislodge the feeder. That's the perfect balance you're looking for. So generally somewhere between 20 or 40 grams, occasionally up to 60, but 40 is somewhere in the middle for most of my fishing. Above that feeder I have 2 ends on stops, and between that is a swivel to which the hook link is attached. That's all I need. I can adjust the length of the tail if I want, and I can change my hook links, have a short hook link or a long hook link. Doesn't really matter, work it out on the day. And that only leaves the hook. I use a size 10 hook, generally a forged hook, a powerful hook. You could go bigger, you could go smaller. I want something that's just in the middle, just about right, and something that will allow me to bully a fish if it goes for a snag. And that's about it. As I said, do not complicate it. For my 5th tip, let's talk about bites. To catch chub, you've got to learn to interpret bites and be prepared to sit on your hands. You will not believe the amount of bites you will get on bread where the rod tip starts jagging and pulling and rattling. How can you miss that? How can you miss that? Never, never, ever try and strike at those bites. You'll never hit them. All you'll do is frighten the fish away. You've got to be patient and wait till it properly pulls the tip forward. You'll be able to see the difference when you do it. If you try and hit those bites, I'm afraid you're going to end up like me with grey hair. Alright? Do what I say, sit on your hands, wait for a proper bite. You'll catch your fish then. I said I'd give you 5 tips, but now I'm going to give you tip number 6 that will contradict everything I've just told you. Because I'm going to talk about float fishing for chub. The thing is, you can use the first 5 tips to locate fish. By roving around, you will find areas that have got more chub than the rest of the river. They'll be holed up somewhere and you can find them. But the trouble with bread fishing in particular is it's destructive. You get bites straight away, you catch fish straight away, and then the swim dies. But if you know those fish are there, spend a day on the float in that swim. Take plenty of maggots, run a float at them, and you'll catch fish all day if you're lucky. Well, there you go. There are my top chub tips. Hope you can put them to some good use.